Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Okay. So within the past hour, I um, let me see. I wasn't sure what to make of this, so let me try to sort this out. Um, okay. So um, I despise this individual. It's a content creator that appeared on the train. And, I made that video where the two ladies defended Meghan. And, uh, anyway, that person just, when I see her, there's a physical reaction that I have that is, it's like my muscles tighten up because of how awful I think she is. And that, of course, is an African American woman who has made it her life's work to figure out how to destroy the Duchess of Sussex. She comes up with every little clever quip, and she does the shout downs and all that kind of stuff. Um, and believe it or not, I'm not talking about Candace Owens. That's what's amazing is this is a whole other animal, and I guess this is something we should get used to moving forward. Is that there are black women who will earn their living trashing other black women. And there's a market for that. Unfortunately, there's a market for that. And anyway, so I won't even say that person's name. But so this morning, as I was, finishing up everything, I saw someone on another thing, and I thought, "Oh, there she goes at it again. Gee, I've never seen her without her glasses before." And so I just quickly dismissed it, and then I said, "No, wait a minute. Let me see." And turns out I was wrong. So, um, I was gonna totally bypass it, but then I thought, okay, maybe I'll just share it with you guys. And it's rough cut. I'm just gonna have to let you try to listen to it as best you can because I didn't get a chance to do anything else with it. First of all, let me say hello to a few people before I get into that. And also, let me see, what else do I need to do here? Oh, okay. See there, I'm a I'm a little overly excited, so I can't think straight. Okay. You may have just heard an echo there, but that was me. That was me. Everything is fine. Um and other than that, my computer is acting up again. Every time Apple does a new iOS, it seems like I lose something um at the same time, so go figure. Oh my god, see there it goes again. Oh, how is that happening? How is it happening? They just want me to buy another computer, that's what it is. I mean, I have my auxiliary computer, but the screen is not as big, and as you know, I can barely see this one, so it it wouldn't make sense for me to go to another one that's smaller. Oh man, how can I do that? Okay. Okay, give me just a second here, and I will sort this out. I will definitely sort this out. Does that work? No. See what I mean? Okay. Oh, that does work. Okay. All right. All right. Almost ready, you guys. Let me do this. Just my PC is being very temperamental right now. But it'll be okay. I mean, this one is like from 2016, so it has served me well. But now it's just being a little tricky. Oh, okay. Got that. There we go. Uh-huh. All right. So let me say hello to Diane Hawkins, who's starting already. Peace Peggy Sue will be sending forth all of the house workers to see all sorts of nonsense to eagerly share spotlight and current fame. Okay, and what else do we have here? Hi, sister. Wants to say hi to a few people. So, hello, Faith, Hope, Love, Terry H, Diane Hawkins, Sestrin, of course, MOC, H Knight, Donna Black, hello, Joan Commonwealther, Shay Doll, hello, Church Nellie, hello, Church Nellie, Susie Q, Sonia Johnson, V. Thomas, Legs, Ginger Snap, Annie Bullard, hello, Mary H, Veronica Quick, hi. Mandy Thrall, hello. Uh, Sonia Diana, Puzzle Dot, Connie Bomber, Cookies and Cream wants to say hi to a few people. Betty V. Thomas wants to say hi to a few people. I can help out with that. As does Rosa Roberts. Hello, Rosa Roberts. Audrey Teschner, hello to you. Oh, by the way, someone wanted to take care of their membership all at one time, and I did not get a chance to write that person back, but they sent a PayPal, so thank you very much. I did receive that. I won't say your name just in case you use something different on the social media, but thank you very much for that, and I did receive it. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. That one sounded weird. Okay, and Olivia Johnson. Did I say that already? All right. Okay, so let's get started. Again, this is quite rough cut, and I got another screen open so I can see what you guys are seeing. That's good. Hmm. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. So be prepared to adjust your sound. Okay, how will I do this? I guess I'm going to just have to shift the microphone over there. All right, so oh, let me bring up an image of this person. That might help. It may help to set the scene. It may help to set the scene. Again, I was going to end with this, and then I thought, no, why don't I start with it? So let me bring that up. Hello, Felicia Mosley. Boy, I tell you, when the stuff comes out during the daytime, it's very fluid. Hello, Lucy Wynn. And I don't know. I hate to start later, but then later always seems better because then you get a chance to see things kind of develop throughout the day. Hello, Beverly Hardy, who wants to say hi to a few people. Okay. All right. So okay, I'll take this away because I need to go to the very end of this slide. To the very end. Aha! There, her name is Dana Alexander. Have you guys ever heard of her before? Dana Alexandra? Or is it Alexander? Alexandra or Alexander? Oh, anyway, she's a comedian, I think. She's a comedian. And so she was on GBN. Now, surely I'm not advising anyone to go over there and give them clicks. However, she I I don't know how they um got her on the show today. I don't know how that happened, how that developed, but it did. And okay, I'll let you hear this part of it. I'll let you hear this part of it. It just try to listen as clearly as you can, okay? Especially from a man of his age. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so she said she got married in her garden before, but it's all this little picking. Even when I'm sorry, I wasted 15 minutes of my life listening to an excerpt from his book about her. It's so petty. It's, oh, she was bullying the staff. I noticed there's never really any specifics. It's all conjecture. And I'll tell you, as a Black woman,
one of the things I noticed right away is she's angry, she's difficult. These vague ways to kind of paint her as this monster. And I think it's so interesting because when we watched the Oprah interview, a lot of these assertions were made by Harry, not Meghan. But somehow she's still catching the blame. I wonder what that's about. And if I actually think that Tom Bauer should rename his book to Spite, because I've never seen such petty malice, especially from a man of his age. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so she said she got married in her garden before, but it's all this little picking. Even when I'm sorry, I wasted 15 minutes of my life listening to an excerpt from his book about her. It's so petty. It's, oh, she was bullying the staff. I noticed there's never really any specifics. It's all conjecture. And I'll tell you, as a Black woman, one of the things I noticed right away is she's angry. She's difficult. These vague ways to kind of paint her as this monster. And I think it's so interesting because when we watched the Oprah interview, a lot of these assertions were made by Harry, not Meghan.
Okay. So, what do you guys think? That was on the anyway, it was shared on Twitter, so the sound sounds really bad because someone posted that on Twitter. And but there is more. There is more to that. And honestly, I don't know Dana Alexander. I've never seen her like as a comedian or anything like that. So with that, I have to always caution you. I don't know sometimes if a person has, because to me, there's two kind of people in the world. There are people who have said disparaging things and have worked against the Sussexes, and then there's everybody else. And so I really don't know what side of that she falls on because sometimes comedians they can they can take different sides of an issue depending on what they think is funny or what is conversational. So uh I don't know. I don't know. But there's more. Let me see. Yes, typical. She's the angry Black woman. So sick of this. Audrey Teschner, thank you so much. Who the is this woman? She has a lot of anger, unhappy people. Well, I don't know who she is. I don't, and mind you, Dana is the one with the braids, of course, not the other person. And I know it was kind of difficult to hear, but she was speaking to Angela and this woman with the white hair. I don't know who she is. And then they have some guy that's moderating the show. So it was actually four people on the panel, although there was actually, you know, what do you call it? Um, Nobody's in the same room together. It's all done via Zoom, I think. So, oh, by the way, Audrey Teschner, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, sure. Well, Angela is they like Angela because she's going to say what they want. She gets to she doesn't mind being the bad guy. And that's why they still drag Angela out. She was also on a panel. I saw another clip where she was going back and forth with Angela. Oh well, you know what, Legs? Let me play that other part that I have. This one is actually easier to hear, I think. Thank you, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Good God, it is Sunday. Sunday the 31st. Where did July go? The month seemed kind of long, not long, but long, because there was just so many things happening this month. Okay, so let me do that other part, and then we'll talk about this some more. Okay. I got it here somewhere. All right, all right, all right. Oh, go there. Okay, be prepared to adjust your sound. I'm going to let it play twice, like I did before. Just to, well, maybe not. It's 2 minutes long. Let's see. Let's see. I'll play it once, then we'll talk a little bit, and then I'll do it again if I have to.
They sort of push it away as if it's meaningless. Those are the
Yeah.
sort of things that they might seem simple, but actually they're fundamental to a very strong character who will not let anything be positive.
Dana Alexander, I can see you smirking there.
Well, I mean, again, oh, he's controlling her again with the vague conjecture. What are you basing that on? And I think if we really get to the crux of this, you just want her to be so grateful. She's in the royal family. She doesn't have much choice over her wedding. And I think ultimately the British public is upset because she said,
oh, wait a minute. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let me try it again.
Things that might seem simple, but actually they're fundamental to a very strong character who will not let anything be positive.
Dana Alexander, I can see you smirking there.
well, I mean, again, oh, he's controlling her again with the vague conjecture. What are you basing that on? And I think if we really get to the crux of this, you just want her to be so grateful. She's in the royal family. She doesn't have much choice over her wedding. And I think ultimately the British public is upset because she said, hey, maybe being a British princess isn't all it's cracked up to be, and I'm out of here. And I think that maybe the British people are a little bit insulted by that.
Angela Levin?
Well, I think that's can't possibly be true. I spent a lot of time with a person. If you see them 2 years later or 3 years later, and you see how unhappy they are, you have a right to say that because you've got an experience of being with him. But actually, the fact is, they wanted to leave. They left. The Queen didn't stop them. They left in a rather impolite way by putting it up in Twitter rather than talking about with the family. And they could have signed a note together saying we wish them very well, but they just gave him a bombshell. That was very unkind, I think, especially to his grandmother who's supposed to love.
Okay.
And then, but they want to hang on to the titles. When
Dana?
she's telling off America, she wants to still be known
Would
as
you
Duchess
not
of
think that
Cornwall.
this level of scrutiny is putting a strain on their marriage? Would you not say that maybe you are perhaps, and some of this coverage is contributing to the failure of her marriage? And I mean, at the end of the day, that would be the best for the British public because that's the only way you're going to get rid of her is if he divorces her.
No, she can divorce him. I mean, that's just the same. No, that's nothing to do with it.
She probably won't. It seems like they love each other a lot. They're on their second baby. So I don't know where you're getting. They're so unhappy. They look pretty happy to me. All the lip readers and body language specialists.
I'm not saying her. I'm not saying her. If you look at Harry, you can see that he is traumatized and he's very.
Okay, and so with that, Dana rolls her eyes. So again, I don't have any, like, I don't know anything about Dana Alexander. I just know I wake up and I'm working, and then all of a sudden she pops up. And at first I thought she was that, content creator that disturbs me so much. And so I looked up her name. She's a comedian, right? And I don't know why they invited her on the show, but there she is on that network over there. And so she, Dana, um, was, reminding them that I've heard the angry black woman used before, that trope used often, and that there seems to be no specifications about a bullying claim. And that, of course, that you would love for the Sussexes to divorce because that's the only way that you could possibly get rid of them. And of course, she kind of laid that out there to allow them to, I think, fill in the blanks and, say what they really want. And anyway, so I only saw as much as you heard. That was the only part of the exchange that I saw. So I don't have the complete context of the conversation, but it was just something that someone shared on the Twitter. So That's all the information that I have about that. But yeah, I was very curious. Again, I thought that was some other content creator because I'm looking and I'm just like, oh, she doesn't have her glasses on this time. Well, it wasn't her, it was someone else. So otherwise I was just anyway, it, when I saw her, I had that like physical reaction because I'm like, oh God, please tell me she's not back on the television again. But no, it was someone else. There's a lot of money in hate these days. There's so much money available in hate. Hello, Lydia Washington. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take a few of these. Joanne Baker says Angela Levin is a miserable, horrible woman. Harry is traumatized. Where is she getting this from? Well, don't forget, Joanne Baker. I followed him around for a year, and I spoke to him for an interview, and you can learn a lot about someone just watching them. Just like from watching Meghan, I realized that she's a Hollywood actress and she always gets her way. It really is what Meghan wants. That's how that is, that's Angela pretty much observed Harry. And let me remind people this. Angela was given an opportunity to follow Harry while he takes care of some of his royal duties for months or even up to a year. I don't remember the exact number. However, what I do remember is that Angela was only supposed to write a piece for a magazine, but she used that as an opportunity to say that she knows Harry, even though they sat down for an interview for about 20 minutes. For about 20 minutes. And with that 20 minutes and with the opportunity to accompany his team on these various engagements, she decided to turn that into a book about Harry. And so she is the self proclaimed expert on all things Prince Harry. So that is how she managed to um, wiggle her way into Harry's life, was by being allowed to accompany the prince on these various engagements. No different than, let's say, being a White House correspondent. But I would say this: I think a White House correspondent probably has more access than what Harry gave her, because at least a White House correspondent would occasionally, have these conversations with people within the administration, with the president, even. But Angela had one sit down conversation. Other than that, she was like a troll following Harry around, like almost like a stalker, not exactly, but like a stalker. Now she's stalking him all over social media. This is what she does for a living. That's what's so twisted about this whole idea of the royal reporter, the so-called royal experts, is that they literally only sit around and just make up stuff. They get a chance to live off of someone else's dime, if you will, by traveling the world with the royals, by also writing favorable pieces with just a hint of criticism occasionally. And then from there, they write books, they do magazines, they do television interviews, they do all of these things, all because of the very I guess, questionable access that they have to the royal family. Some of them are closer than others, I'll just say that. And then some of them are just pretty much on the fringes, but it's not necessary. As long as you have somewhat of a posh English accent, then you too can be a royal expert. It's just that simple. Okay. Wow, you guys have a lot to say, and I'm afraid I'm missing most of it. So I'm gonna scroll back a bit and then work. I'm gonna go all the way back to Elaine Parker and then work my way back a bit and see what jumps out at me. Uh Okay, Diane Hawkins says, Casper, ladies, yep, I'm a body language expert. Suggests she wasn't ready for this and not liking it. Okay, and here it says, here it, oh, you know what? Do I need to, okay, hold on. A good book to read about the royal, what is this? Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going to skip that. Let me see. Let me see. Just making my way through. Okay. Emerald Derrick, let me see. All assertive, strong black women are put into the angry black woman category. Yes, that is true. Yeah, you have. Well, oh gosh, did you guys see where the guy at a department store, I think it was in St. Louis, used the N word against this guy in front of his son, who's 10 years old? And the guy used this very measured tone to tell this guy off. And anyway, the video has gone somewhat viral, I think. And that guy who has been an employee of the, and this was an old man. He was an employee of the department store. He was fired. In case you guys didn't know, he lost his job. So anyway, again, as people of color, as African Americans, we always find ourselves having to use that very measured, reasonable tone in situations where, otherwise it may cause for, somebody to be regulated. But no, we have to speak in those tones. Otherwise, it can turn into something that is really not meant to be. So, but you know what? I do my best, but sometimes. Hello, Anastasia, Isabella. Okay, okay. Oh, you know what? This is a bad idea. A lot of comments. I'm gonna have to go back to the very last. This troll Angela is a real evil thing. She met Harry for a few hours and now she is a Sussex expert. Angela, you are a laughing stock. Get real, troll. Thank you, Anna, for your comment. And let me see. Oh, Robert Collins just wants to say hello. Okay, so let me just go all the way to the end because, gosh, there's so many that came in. Let me see. I'll go here. Yes, that father took down the old R word very softly. Yes, that was, oh man, that was powerful. That was powerful. And they didn't even told him that I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. Hello, Claire Keynes. Levin and the royal experts seem flustered when challenged. They're so used to a manipulating facts without being called out. So true. So true. Okay. All right, you guys. I think we're done with this for now. I'm gonna go back to the very beginning of the slides and work my way back to this. And if you guys want to talk about it later, we can. Gonna have a little messy. Don't think we're gonna be on long today, but let's see how it goes. I always say that, don't I? So someone sent me this today and I looked at the trailer. Now, I don't know why I feel like I've seen this trailer before. And I thought this movie had come out already, but then you see the uh, date there on the article, July 28th, 2022. It's been nearly 25 years since Princess Diana's tragic passing. Okay, 25 years would be this year, right? The 31st of August, right? And the public still enamored with her legacy, as well as reeling with questions. A new HBO documentary, The Princess, aims to answer some of them, and it takes a close look at Diana's rise to fame and her life. And her life in the spotlight. So I thought this came out already. And I do remember seeing all of the trailers for it, and then all of a sudden, I didn't see it. So I don't know if I was confusing this with that movie with oh, what's her name? I don't know. The one that was in the trilogy movies or whatever, that vampire wolf movie. I don't know if I'm confusing it with that or not, but I thought this was something that came out already. Let me see. Diane Hawkins said there was a Broadway play last year. Well, yeah, I don't think that this was the trailer that I saw. The trailer is like very intense and is archival footage, if you will, that is used for the trailer. So I guess maybe it's coming out. Yeah, Spencer. Thank you. That was the name of the movie, Spencer. So I guess this Christian Stewart. Thank you, Legs. I guess this is coming out. I guess for the anniversary of Diana's death. I guess that's why we haven't seen it yet. But I want to say I've seen these trailers like a year ago, but maybe not. So if you have a chance to see the in trailer, I see the trailer for this is going to it's an HBO documentary. And gosh, I think something like this is definitely going to I guess reach out to younger people to let them know about the history. And I like that because they're doing so much to try to to try to silence Princess Diana, um, which is next to impossible, but they're trying. They are definitely trying. There is an old saying that the victor writes the history. The history is written by the winner, and we don't want that to happen. As a matter of fact, I really don't see the establishment, the men in gray, or Charles and Camilla. I don't see them as any type of winner because this story of Diana lingers over them. She's always present. There's always that as part of their story. So that's never going to change. That's never going to change. And they still haven't figured out a way to live with that history. They certainly can't suppress it. They won't hide it. And they don't know how to live with that history. Um, you know, but they try. I can only say that they've tried. Which, by the way, you guys, speaking of history, history is repeating. I hear Liverpool fans booed the English national anthem before the Community Shield versus Man City. Yeah, I that happened again. The poor girl was trying to. Well, here you listen. You know what you can't hear? You can't hear her singing because they drowned her out. Lots of thumbs downs, lots of booing. Liverpool is quite the city. Uh, I don't know the whole history about the bad blood between Liverpool and the Tories, but someone said it had something to do with the Margaret Thatcher era, and that's when the bad blood really started. It's almost as though Liverpool is not even part of England. In some cases, they feel like they're a whole like separate thing. So, um, well, it's like any place else in the world. There's always seems to be that strain between the North and the South. Like even in New York State, there's upstate, downstate, um, and I guess that's anywhere in the world. Okay. Yes, I do think that happened. Australia seems to be next. Oh, thank you for that, Sean. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. Let's move on. Charles, uh, heir to the British throne, faced new scrutiny over his financing of his charities after a report found that one organization had accepted a donation of £1 million, that's $1.21 million, from the family of Osama bin Laden. Um, Yeah, and apparently this happened a long time ago, and for some reason it has been leaked to the press again. This is like a slow torture for Charles, that these leaks keep happening. And I love this illustration here on the right side. Greed, Panama Papers, corruption, tax havens, politics, and that very small one right there. What is that? Con- Conspiracy of silence. That's the stick holding the door closed. Conspiracy of silence. Okay, this is how I feel about it. Those bags of money, those bags of money, and I'm just saying, if the odd pound or two, or 10 or 1,000 happens to fall out of that bag into the pockets or into the coffers of some of the people that work for Charles, people who know things, and maybe it's just better to keep them satisfied. That's the only reason I could think that cash would be necessary. Charles has the Duchy of Cornwall. Charles will never want for anything. Charles has never wanted for anything, materially wanted for anything. And of course, when the Queen dies, he will inherit the Duchy of Lancaster. And then, of course, William will inherit the Duchy of Cornwall. I think that's the way it goes. I don't think that he keeps both of them at the same time. The Duchy of Cornwall is for the Prince of Wales to make sure that he can sustain his life and lifestyle and pay for his various, extramarital affair children, allegedly, if there were any. That's what the Duchy of Cornwall is for the Prince of Wales and any children that may have been acquired over time. And so I believe that goes to William. I may be wrong, but I think that goes to William. And then Charles becomes the Duke of Lancaster, which right now, of course, the Queen. So there's lots of money there. So the only reason I can think for cash is because it's nearly untraceable. I mean, you could always trace the numbers on the notes or whatever, but given the fact that it's cash, it's harder to trace that. um and so I think that's the only purpose for using cash, is that if you need to pay for things without any extra added scrutiny, that you use cash. You use cash. That's the only reason I could think of. Let me see here. Uh, a third home in Scotland. Well, they yes, I believe they have four properties. I talked about that before, and I showed a photo of it. And so there's the Adelaide cottages, the ones that we officially know about, right? And then there's the Admiral Hall. There's also the Kensington Palace, of course. And then there's this place up in Scotland. I guess I do believe it is in Scotland. So yeah, we pretty much know that there's four properties that they use, which is insane because the Queen is only at Balmoral on occasion. So why would you need to purchase another property? I just don't get the idea that they need all these properties. That is insane. There's more properties than they will ever need in a lifetime, and then they go out and acquire another one for what? And then Charles and William, they're the same people. Oh, oh, and you know what? That happened again with the fail. That happened again with the fail, where they decided to call out all of these American entertainers and wealthy people for their carbon emissions. The Daily Fail has done that again. I didn't even bother to lay it all out, But their big target right now is what is the singer's name? The blonde girl, Taylor Swift. Their big target now is Taylor Swift, who says that yes, I do have frequent flights on my plane, but I do loan it to other people, which is common. That a lot of these people who have private jets, they do loan them, they lease them out to people. Otherwise, the planes are sitting idly by. There's only a handful of times a year that some people who own private jets use their private jets, but they do lease or contract them out. They even have a like a Air Uber that you can sign up for, where you can, let's say, if you have the means, you can take your. A lot of these people are actually using planes that are borrowed or leased from other people. So when you see all those flights, it's not as though that person is constantly hopping from point A to point B. They also lease these planes. But again, they seem to be preoccupied with Americans as though there are no private jets in all of Europe, or and especially in the UK. The royal family is some of the biggest culprits. And to say that there's some hypocrisy, how did I get on this subject, between the people who scream climate change and fly on private jets, what do you call the Windsors? What do you call the Windsors? It's amazing how selective the Daily Fail is about who they'll call out. Because if you're only doing this because of hypocrisy, then call out Charles and call out William, especially William. They ignore they ignore William constantly. See, I knew I shouldn't have started talking about this, but they ignore him, the savior of the planet, the man who has never seen a private jet that he didn't like. They ignore his carbon emissions. And yet they go after everybody else, calling them hypocrites. See, okay, let me get away from that. Oh man. Oh boy. Okay, so Legs has a super chat. Obviously, Baldy Locks leaked this, but I am confused why Baldy Locks is incandescent with rage after trending. I thought that he loves taking down a peg. You thought he loved being taken down a peg or two? Oh man. Um Legs, you are a hoot. I love it. But yes, of course, he loves to be taken down a peg or two. Thank you for the super chat. Carolyn Tubbs says if Baldy keeps briefing on Chuck and all his secrets are out, there is nothing to keep Chuck from treating him the way he treats Andrew and Edwina. Maybe he won't allow him to become the Prince of Wales if what is the other one? POS Prince of. Oh, what is the other POS? I'm so sorry I didn't get that one. Oh man. Uh, oh, and you know what? Feel like I should know that one. I'm so sorry I don't. It escapes me right now. But thank you so much for your comment, Carolyn Tubbs, and thank you for being a member also. Um, yeah, this briefing. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? I mean, it seems so obvious, but is it really William? Well, I mean, who else would have the motive? Who else would have a motive? Well, okay, not just say William, but let's just say Kensington Palace. Who else would have the motive besides Kensington Palace? I mean, the timing seems rather strange. And I said some time ago that I thought that there would be like some plot from Kensington Palace to embarrass and shame Charles to the point where it just wouldn't make sense for him to ever become king. Now, he will be king when his mother dies. He will be king. But how long he sits on the throne is hard to say. Now, the reason why Philip of Spain is on the throne is because his father was involved in so many shady dealings. I think the last big embarrassment for Juan Carlos of Spain was when he tried to shoot an elephant in Africa and he fell back and broke his leg some kind of way, which the very thought of that tickles me like you wouldn't believe. But he shot at the elephant and he was out game hunting or something. And anyway, when he pulled the trigger, next thing you know, he broke his leg somehow, which of course I hate to throw the term karma all over the place, but God, that is so funny. But that was his last big embarrassment. So it was either leave the throne or just end the monarchy as it was. And so he left. And that's why when people say that Charles, there's no way he's going to give up the throne, don't be so sure of that. Don't be so sure of that. He may go through um, all of the rituals and everything, and then, of course, issue as many royal patents as he can. And then maybe he'll just say, okay, I'm too old. I retire. Um, I think that's what they're hoping for. I think that that's what the the Middleton family is hoping for. As I've said so many times in the past, Carol Middleton is in her 60s and she could be in her 80s by the time she has a chance to see her daughter crowned the queen. And so, why would she want to wait that long? What's in it for her to wait that long for her daughter to finally put on all that regalia and walk down the aisle of Westminster? Why would she wait that long? So she's put a lot into all the social climbing that they've done with all of the, everything, moving them from school to school to make sure they're as close as possible to William. And so with all that sacrifice, well, she wants to see the payoff. She really wants to see the payoff. And to be honest with you, I don't blame her. I mean, I don't like her, but I don't blame her for wanting to get her money's worth out of it. She's spent a lot of it. So I believe that there is a conspiracy to see to it that Charles is somehow embarrassed to the point where he either never takes the throne or he walks away from it soon thereafter. And this may just be a little sample of what's to come. We don't know if there's more things coming down the pike. There may be more embarrassment for Charles, way more. This may just be a little sample. And maybe it's like a slow erosion of his authority to the point where he has no choice but to step down. And don't tell me that that's impossible. Don't judge Charles by what you all would do. Judge it by the situation that he's in. Because if there's so much embarrassment and so much shame, as well as just plain illegal, questionable things that happens, he may not have a choice. He may not have a choice. I mean, that's what happened to his uncle. His uncle had to step down. They said it was because he was a Nazi sympathizer, but I'm sure there was more than one reason. I mean, he seemed to think that there were certain things that the people needed that they weren't getting, and he seemed to be in a position to undermine the establishment, and that is just not allowed. That is just not allowed. And don't forget, there's all these secret guilds and all those things within the city of London. I mean, there's a, a lot of ancient dark forces that govern that country aside from the sovereign. So um, it, nothing's going to stand in the way of that. Not even Charles. Nothing is going to stand in the way of that. I don't care what you would do or I would do. None of that will keep him on the throne if there's a chance that the whole system is going to collapse. because if the system collapses, there is so much that goes down with it, and they're just not going to allow that. I mean, really, if I was someone who liked Charles, I would be afraid for him right now because he's not in a very stable position. Whatever anybody thinks, I just don't see it that way. And William is not much better, and maybe the two houses are briefing against each other because William is unstable. William is unstable. He's about as nutty as a fruitcake. William is one tree short of a hammock. He's a wart puck on a hockey game of life. He's got splinters in the windmills of his mind. Something's wrong with him. He's a brick short of a house. But there's something wrong with him, and everybody knows it. He's not suited, but I think that they'll keep him because, be, as evident by the fact that he was willing to throw his mother under the bus, he was willing to muzzle his mom. He's obviously easy to control, so best keep him there. Maybe they don't see Charles as easy to control, but William, not so much. He's very easy. Look at he managed to silence his mother. So yeah, better to keep him. So I don't think that they would want to get rid of him. But Charles, yeah, he's expendable. Okay, Mercedes Todd says, "Do you think my medicine is ready for?" uh Let me see. I mean, we're going to dump his daughter as soon as. Well, I figured I better not read that one out loud. But okay, next. Thank you, Mercedes Todd. uh okay, so Desiree Burton says, Baron, glad these skeletons are coming out. It makes even more believable and true Harry and Meghan's interview was invisible contract failing, falling down slowly. H is not there to be both Charles and Williams punching bag. Exactly. He can have the luxury of saying, I wasn't there. Just like when Charles tried to get him involved with all that cash for honor stuff, Harry had the luxury of saying, hello, I wasn't there. Harry is just way too smart for them. Let me see. The Bin Laden situation is bad business. There is no justification for accepting money from any members of that family. Hundreds of people lost their lives, and as well as allies to the United States. This is not good. No, it is pretty bad. It is despicable, actually. Thank you for your comment. Whatever is happening to Charles now is karma for what he has put my beloved Princess Diana through. Miss her still so much to this day. Until him alone, I understand that. I understand that. It was just weird. The idea that she um, would never be seen again. When and I think that collectively the world just really paused when Diana died because the idea that she wouldn't, be there anymore was just hard to take. It's hard to put into words, especially if you're younger and you don't have any memories of her living. Um, it I guess how some people feel about the queen, some older generations that, still have that deference for the queen feels like there's this weirdness that, one day she won't be there. Well, I think that so many people felt the same way about Diana. There was that weirdness of her not being there, especially because she was so young. She's forever 36 years old. She'll always be 36 years old. There will be no other vision of her except for being younger. and being 36 years old, and that's it. It stops right there. So that's also a certain weirdness, I think. Oh man. Let's see here. Astonishing exclusive by Gabriel. What is that? Pogron, who reveals that after a secret meeting at Clarence House, Prince Charles accepted $1.2 million charity donation from the family of Osama bin Laden in 2013. Aides reportedly objected, but were ignored. Of course they were. Now let's remember, at that time, was Michael Forsyth still working for Charles? Because I think he's been let go a couple times and brought back. And Michael Forsyth is Prince Charles' most trusted aide. Again, I think he's supposed to be out of the fold, but is he ever really gone? He's kind of like Jason Knopf, like a horror movie. He always comes back. So is he ever really, really gone? It's kind of hard to say. But 2013, somebody decided to reach all the way back to 2013 to cause as much embarrassment for Prince Charles as possible. I don't know who in the world would go through the trouble. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if someone else was greatly embarrassed themselves and they wanted to try to throw some of the attention off of himself. I mean, they could always try to go after the Sussexes, but they're in Montecito, and as we know, there are no leaks in Montecito, so that's not a good place to go. So why not try to take down your pops? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It seems rather strange, but all of this is alleged. We don't know exactly how this story leaked, but where there's smoke, there's probably another bag of money. Oh man. Thank you for your comment. Catherine Bryan says, I don't know, with all these scandals, I believe since the Queen bailed out her son, I believe she hung them all. Soon as she's gone, they're gonna go after the crown and get rid of them all. Well, Catherine Bryant, there will always be a royal family, but whether or not they still receive money from the public, that's a big question because there's like two things going on here. There's a lot of money that is being flaunted by the establishment, meaning the crown and of course the royal family. And then on the other hand, there is like a tsunami of price increases happening in the UK as the whole world economy seems to be going through terrible times. But in the UK in particular, things are really, really going to be tough this winter. And like I said, the United Kingdom has the most expensive trains in Europe, as far as I can tell. I don't know any place else where it costs as much to ride a train in all of Europe. It's outrageously expensive. And so, with that, and of course, the heating cost and the price of petrol, which is almost double what the United States pay, um, and of course they don't want to increase salaries, they don't want to give a cost of living raise, which is also going to be a problem. So I don't believe any member of the royal family has visited the food banks ever since the financial crisis. I don't believe any member of the royal family has made a trip to a food bank. I don't think the Tories would allow it. They have not visited a food bank. If they have, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. If you know of one, please tell me. But I don't even think they visit a food bank. You would think that to raise the morale, they would try to rally around the public like they did during the war. But instead, they're hopping on private jets and taking another vacation. And the Cambridges even added another home to their portfolio. So I believe that that is what is going to remove the public funding. What they need to do is to let the House of Commons, let the House of Commons perhaps have a committee that decides what they will and won't pay for. But other than that, turn the Buckingham Palace into a wedding venue. Make it more of a public space. None of them in the family lives there full time, so why keep it? Open it up like Versailles. You can live at Versailles. You can use Versailles as your business address, and there's no less um, allure to visit that place because it actually earns money. If anything else, it just makes sense. So that is what I think will change. But I think the royal family will always be there. But whether or not they carry as much of the prestige and even more so the money that comes from the public, I think that may decrease a great deal. So um, yeah, that whole thing with the sovereign grant and all that it just seems like a big shell game with the public funding. Thank you for your comment, Catherine Bryant, and thank you for being a member. And I need to keep this moving, don't I? Okay. So here's some headlines for you. Charles accepted 1 million from family of Osama bin Laden. Okay, that's new. Charles accepted 1 million cash in a suitcase from a sheik. That's something that has happened a little while ago. And then here, the stories were exposed, should I say, more recently. Charles Aid told Saudi donor, "We'll help you get knighthood for cash." Charles facing police quiz over cash for honors. And then, of course, thanks to one of the squaddies, there is a collage that is very difficult to see. But let me see if I can zoom in for that on the left side. Oh, yeah, that's titled Osama bin Laden tracked Prince Harry's deployment, that is, to Iraq. CIA files reveal. Now, that's very serious. When they say that Prince Harry's life was threatened by Al Qaeda when he was in Afghanistan, that story comes from 2017. You can't see it, but I just enlarged it so I can see it. And then the middle top says Osama bin Laden planned to kill Prince Harry. CIA files reveal Al Qaeda tracked the royals' movement while he was on tour in Iraq. Okay. And then top right, terror target Osama bin Laden kept files on Prince Harry and tracked his planned deployment to Iraq, CIA reveals. Now, these are from the CIA. Then on the left, where you see that kind of globe Saturn looking thing, Osama bin Laden tracked Prince Harry's deployment to Iraq, again from the CIA. Another one in the middle, CIA. And then to the right, bin Laden plotted to kill Prince Harry when he was in Iraq. They were gunning for him, is the quote. And so it just goes on and on. Bottom right, CIA files reveal Osama bin Laden plotted to kill Prince Harry. And to give you an idea of how this information comes out, the information was requested in a, oh man, that is blurry. The CIA on Wednesday, of nearly 470,000 files found on computers in the terror leader's compound. So apparently, there were computers that had 470,000 files. And so they say. So they say. I take all of that with a grain of salt because I do believe that in some cases. But then again, when you take a look at all of these stories saying the same thing, including the Daily Fail, the Sun, the Guardian, so I believe that there is a lot of truth to that. But the 470,000 files, I'm not buying that. But that Harry was a target, yes. Yes, I do. I do believe that. And oh well. And so when we think about the idea that, oh, they want to leave, so we'll take their security away as a punishment. Well, that's the same thing they did to Princess Diana. They took her HRH to humiliate Diana as much as possible. She had her HRH status removed. The future, I'm sorry, the mother to a future king had her HRH status removed. Let that sink in. They took away her HRH status, which pretty much reduced her ability to move around safely. And that was done quite deliberately. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Happy Sunday to you. I hope Will and Kate cancel each other out with this. Oh, Will and Charles cancel each other out with this verbal tennis of secrets, and no one sits on the golden chair. The whole lot is garbage. Oh, I think that if they keep this up, it is a good possibility. It is a good possibility. Not likely, but I think it's a good possibility. I just think that they will one of them will have to be sacrificed, not physically well, you know what I mean. But one of them will have to be sacrificed. And whether it's Charles or William, I think that if the public is given a choice that and right now for some reason they want William, and I don't get that, but um I guess some of the older people think that William would bring some new blood to the mix, but they'll probably end up saying, well, you know what, George would probably be better suited. So as William is getting older and Charles is getting older, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I just think they're going to try to embarrass Charles off the throne. That's my belief. There's so many different ways this could go, but I think that's it. Let him get in there. Let him issue his royal patents, taking everything away from the Sussex kids, which I'm sure that's what they really want to do, is to let Charles be the heavy, and then after that, they'll shame him out of his job, out of his birthright. Okay, so I'm going to change gears. I'm going to change gears. I'm going to try not to be very morbid about this because, anyway, hit it, Annie. Oh, hold on, you guys. Oh, let me do this. I'm sorry. I got to put a fan on. God, it's getting hot in here. Hold on. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, sorry. God, it was getting kind of warm in here. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So with the oh, by the way, let me see. Thank you, J Matt, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. What happened to the sound? What happened to the sound? I did that. You know what? I paused that for a second. Sorry about that. Okay, okay. It's been a while since that happened. It's been a long time since I've done that. But well, anyway, the good thing is you didn't have to listen to me being gross. Okay. So Trump is accused of burying Ivanka at his Bedminster golf club to take advantage of tax breaks offered to cemeteries previously claimed that the same land was a farm to avoid levies. Well, I tell you, a what do you call it? A grifter to the end, isn't he? A absolute grifter. Now, oh, in spite of what you guys may be thinking right now, Ivana was quite the beauty in her days, but you know, days long gone, but she was quite the beauty. And oh, but you know what I want to know is did they bring that puppy in? Did they bring her dog in for questioning? Because I think that I don't know. I just kind of feel like there's something that wasn't right about that. Again, not that I'm a big fan of any of those people, but I think they should have took the dog downtown and questioned it. That's it. No, not Eric. She had a little schnauzer or something, but they should have took that dog downtown and questioned it. I really think that should have happened. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, but I tell you, now you know why Ivanka. No, wait, what is the daughter's name? Yeah, Ivanka. Now you know why Ivanka has had so much work done. Now it is very clear why Ivanka has had so much work done. And I'll leave it at that. Audrey Teschner, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Um, and happy Sunday to you. Yeah. Well, you know what? If you've ever seen the picture of Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, if you've ever seen Joe Jackson, like, before he passed, now you know why Michael Jackson, now you know why everybody in the family has had so much work done. That is my belief, is because, oh, Joe Jackson, he was, whew, he time was not kind to him. It was not kind to him at all. So I'd have to say if I saw something like that coming down the pike, I'd get some work done too. If I could afford it, I'd do it. But I watched a couple of interviews with Ivana, and she not a very nice person. That whole family, not a very nice person. And so if there's a legal fund for the dog, I will gladly pay into it. They were just not very nice people. Not at all. Okay. What? I didn't say anything. And you stop thinking of what I might be thinking. Oh, what are you saying? You could tell I'm on some BS when my voice get that high. What? Why is everybody saying that? What? What are y'all saying? What? uh, what? What? What happened? Oh man. Now see, you all are assuming that I'm being shady. I'm just saying take the dog downtown and question him. I wouldn't even let the dog have a lawyer until we get some information out of him. So, um, in the meantime, I guess we'll all go back and play a round of golf. Oh man. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to be very careful and move on right now. All right. So they say that if a Yeti can see his shadow, we have 6 more weeks of winter. Anyway, I made that up. Just so you guys know that during the past presidential elections, I made many memes about the Trumps, and so those memes are in such poor taste I couldn't possibly share them with you. Although I'll share you this one right here. I made this meme about Trump. This is him walking like out of the Oval Office or to the Oval Office, and just to mess with the Trump supporters, I made this meme. Um, they say if a Yeti can see his shadow, we have 6 more weeks of winter. I know, Black Queen. They need to take that dog downtown for questioning. They need to take that dog downtown for questioning. That's all I got to say about that. If I was them, I would, go and find that dog, put him in the back of one of the squad cars, and take him downtown for questioning. Because he knows something. He knows something, or he did something. One of those things are true. Now get that little canine in the car and take him downtown and ask him some tough questions. Have him take a polygraph test. Oh man, happy Sunday, everybody. So I don't know what it is about old R word white men walking along a path that seems to bring out images of the Yeti, the Sasquatch. But I noticed there's a pattern. Did you notice that? I mean, it's hard to tell one from the other, but just in case you don't know, that's Pig Morgan on the left, and that's Trump on the right. It's just something about them and all of their pomposity and arrogance that reminds me of a Yeti. So I don't know, separated at birth, I would say, or something. But okay, my favorite though, my favorite, as I was, I just kind of found that Yeti picture today. I forgot I had it, but I got like hundreds of memes that I made or that I saved from other people, and when I saw this image of hoghead Pierce Morgan, I said to myself, "Gosh, that reminds me of Trump." I did. That reminds me of Trump. And then I thought about it. I think I've seen another Yeti sighting. There was another Yeti sighting right there. Now notice on the left side that very awkward bend of the knee. Oh man. I mean, take a look left or right. It's like a Yeti. Yetis are well, I'm just saying, I think that maybe they're not, all is not what it appears to be. Maybe they're part human, part Yeti. I don't know. But you have to say that there is a striking resemblance between TM and the Yeti. See how that knee is bent? Oh, I ain't got nothing better to do, do I? Oh, let me see. Don't be mean to Yetis. They have been shown to be repeated fragile egos Liar. Yes, two old grifters. Okay, let me see. Baron, I thought you were going to promote your friend Ivy Barrow's book, Duchess of Sussex first year. Uh oh. Wait, there's a book? I'm sorry, there's a book? Did I miss that? Uh I mean, yeah, of course we can. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Yeah, to be honest with you, I wasn't aware. But yeah, we can promote that definitely. Yeah. Well, Ivy, if you have a link, please share it with us, and I'll put not only that, but I'll put it on the community tab. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I totally missed that. Okay. All right, so that's it for the Yetis. And then for some reason, some bizarre reason, uh there is what is his name? Gosh, why is everybody's name escaping me these days? The boxer. What's his name? Anyway, he was dancing around like a bumblebee for some reason. I don't know what that was in reference to, but I just thought it was fun. I think that as an old man, he has mellowed out a whole lot. Mike Tyson, thank you so much, and good for him. All right, so that's all I wanted to say about him. And then The Cosby Show. Jeffrey Owens is beyond proud of his son Jordan's acting debut in Netflix Uncoupled. Well, you know what? I was so happy when I saw this because if you guys remember, they tried to embarrass him. I'm not even going to share the photo that was used to embarrass Jeffrey Owens, but there was that photo of him at the Trader Joe's working, trying to maintain an income for whatever. And someone snapped a photo of him and made fun of him. They snapped a photo of him and made fun of him and posted it on the internet as though he was not a human being, but like he was some type of oddity. And also, let this be a lesson to people who um, think that it's nothing but wealth and privilege if you make the smallest television appearance. That's not the case. Because of the downfall of Bill Cosby, there's a lot of people who lost wealth. They lost their income because their residual checks dried up. Now, I'm not saying that's his case, but there is that possibility that he may have lost whatever residuals he had, if any, from the Cosby Show. So he went through some tough times, but Tyler Perry was able to help him find work, in acting again. And so anyway, it's been onward and upward for him. And so that was really shameful for the person who took a photo of him and posted it on social media. But thank goodness they were able to get him working again in his in acting. So okay. And you just can't unsee it, can you? There is just, how in the world have I been on for an hour and a half? I just looked at the thing. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get out of here in an hour. How in the world have I been on for an hour and a half? That is so weird. Did somebody roofie me or what? Oh no, I haven't been on. Yes, I have. Gosh, that's weird. Anyway, there you can see a clothes peg, a laundry peg. Anyway, I'm just being tacky now, but there's just no way to unsee it. Whatever he does, whatever happens, this is going to follow him for a long, long time. I'm 40 years old and unemployed. My wife is unemployed. My mother died. I have 3 children and I stay at my grandma's house, Prince William. Well, that pretty much sums it up. Thank you to the squatty who posted this. Let me see. Oh, and that's where we started off. So, you guys, I'm done. I'm done. That's all the slides that we have. I will go over here for your comments, and then we'll take the last word of the day. And hopefully, I can get that information about Ivy's book. I do apologize. I've had a lot of things going on, especially with my dental care and doing some stuff for family. So I am very much out of the loop with a lot of things. So again, oh, there we go. Oh, Ivy's starting right now. Okay, good. Ivy is starting right now. So if you guys want to hop over, feel free to do so. I am going to post a link for today's Ivy. I'll do that right now. And then I will put the information about the book on the community tab. Does that sound fair? Let me see. There we go. There's Ivy. I will peg that to the top of the chat. I'm going to peg it to the top of the chat. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then as promised, I'm going to peg it. Peg messages. There we go. It's pegged. It's pegged. Pegged, 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 pegged. Oh man, I gotta stop. Okay, you guys, that's it. It is pegged. Yes, thank you. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much. And let me get rid of that. That is where we started off. I'm gonna go back to actually, I don't want any of those. I don't want to see any of those people. All right. Oh, by the way, did you guys get a chance to see the video I posted last night? My Duke and I. Did you guys get a chance to see that video? Did you like? Oh man, there's not one good image on here. Not one. Oh, that is not good. Let me do this then. There we go. And I still need to update this, but my computer was acting up last night when I tried to do it. And so there goes the love chat. Okay, I just got rid of it. One more. Put it in timeout. Yes, troll. Oh gosh, there's a lot of them. Where are they coming from? That's okay. I'll take care of it. I will take care of it. Let me do this. Subscribers. Wow, this is useful. Okay. All right, so that should take care of it. Got it, right? Got it. Okay, good. Yes, Bill Russell died. I saw that. He was literally a giant, not physically a giant, but just, the way he lived his life, his post NBA career, a giant among men. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you know what? When I was prepping this morning, hi, Joan Garcia. When I was prepping this morning, I saw Oh gosh, how come I couldn't get rid of those? Let me see. All right, I see those are still on there. All right. Gosh, where does those trolls come from? Oh, Sherry, where is that it? Is this what I'm looking for? Okay. Let me see. What is that one, Sherry? I'm going to click on it so I can see what it is. Because, mostly because I'm nosy. Let me see what that is. Okay. Oh, is this the book? Oh, no, it's a video. Sorry. Had to capture this history, people, right? Scan those. Oh, okay. That's not the book. Okay. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. I just clicked on it. Okay. Let me see. All right, you guys. I have the list. Thank you very much, Sherry Ware. Thank you, Audrey Teschner, Elaine Parker, Legs, and Jay Matt for the super chat super stickers. Also, yesterday, thank you, Dorothy Ross. Missed that one yesterday, but thank you for the super sticker. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much, you guys. All right, you guys get over to Ivy, and you guys have the link at the top of the chat. And I will see you all tomorrow. Last word of the day. Okay, this is our last word of the day. Hi, Baron and Squatties, coming late to the party. Thank you so much, Dale Howard. That is our last word of the day. You are the one that is closing this out for us. That is closing this out for us. Thank you very much. Also, love to our faves, our queen of our two queens, our queen of hearts, and our queen of everything. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So if you guys didn't see it, make sure you go and look for that video. Some of you all may have missed it, but it was, oh, let me see if that's a food truck video. You guys were not going to say anything, but I'll check myself. Let me see. Princess Meghan in New York. Uh-oh. 14 hours ago and only 4,400 views. I smell a food truck. I smell a food truck video. Oh, you guys, that video is a food truck video. 4,000. That's exactly what the real food truck video had. 4,000 views. I cannot believe this. 4,000 views. What is wrong? What did I do? Did I do something? Oh, okay. In case you didn't see it, Anastasia, you're gonna bail out when I'm having a meltdown? Seriously? Now there's the link to the food truck video. If you all want to hear the end of this, please watch it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go on and on about it. You've watched it twice, C-Mac. Oh, okay. Well, now if you could watch it another 6,000 times, if you could watch it another 6,000 times, I cannot believe this. Oh, let me see. Link on the community page. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Oh well, I thought I did. Well, that's okay, you guys. You'll get around to it. I just, you know how sensitive I am. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive. Let me see. Very special Royal Sussex. Yeah, it is on the community tab. So, um, if you guys feel like watching it, if you know, I don't know. I mean, if you don't watch it, I guess that's fine too. It's just a little video I put together, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Susie Q, you watched it several times? Thank you. Thank you, Susie Q. Oh, Dara Edgehill watched it at 12:45 a.m. Thank you, Dara. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, of course I eat from food trucks. I pretty much eat anything that doesn't eat me first. Yeah, I'm an omnivore. I pretty much eat anything that doesn't eat me first. It's eat or be eaten. That's my motto. Oh, thank you so much, Adrian. Thank you. Yes, Myra, they're doing it to me again. I think it's like, it's kind of like when you're at an event and you're on stage and they put people in front that won't smile or won't applaud. It's kind of like a little Hollywood thing. So I think that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know it was released very late. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to share it, but then once I started editing, I couldn't stop. Once I started editing, I could not stop. So, well, such is the life of an artist. Maybe I'll cut my ear off or something. I know that's a little dramatic. That's so old world, isn't it? Oh. Okay, thank you, Lorna. Thank you all who have watched it. But for those who haven't, it is available on the community tab. And so, with that, I am going to avenge us out of here. And I will see you all tomorrow. Yes, Karen, can you believe it? Only 4.4 thousand views. I was shocked. I was like, but wait a minute. Yeah, and it premiered 14 hours ago. Well, you know what? I do see some very nice comments. Like, let me see. Love your caption, especially you can't. Okay, thank you. All right, all right. So I see that. All right, I see most of y'all who are present today did watch it. For those of you who missed it, it will be there waiting for you. I promise you. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Lydia says, if you are doing edits, can we add Prince Harry as well as new Black Panther at the end of Ginger Avenger? If it does not violate the copyright, I would be glad to. I have to make sure it doesn't violate the copyright. They're so picky about that stuff. Yeah. All right, you guys. So, what is this I just got? Text message from whom? Oh, okay. I just got a Cash App. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. That's what that was. Oh, see there? Well, that's one way to get me to stop talking about the food truck video. That shut me up. See there? I was distracted by a Cash App. Thank you. You complete me. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, thank you, Susie Q. So Susie Q is going to have our last word of the day. Bye, all. Enjoy rest of your Sunday. Off to car wash. Really? I should go to the car wash. That's the only exercise I get is washing my car. Okay. So let me see what else we have here. The UK said he could not peek at The UN as speak at the UN as a white man. So wonder what they would say if her. Oh, okay, okay. Ooh, yeah. What about that? What about that? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to order today. I am going to order today. You said it's on the Kindle. Nice. Gosh, I'm having trouble. Oh, let me get rid of that. I'm having trouble lifting that let me see. I keep clicking on it because I'm anyway, I'll get the link from Ivy directly. Thank you so much though. Oh, oh, thank you so much. Who is this? There we go. Janet Lavalley, thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, and you know what? I won't mention the food truck again. No, but thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, what food truck? I don't see a food truck. Oh. Let me see. Enjoy your lunch. How did you know I was about to eat something? Actually, I didn't eat breakfast, Lydia. I was up kind of late last night. So I had a couple of cookies and some coffee, but I am hungry. I am hungry. Maybe that's why my energy is so low because I am very hungry right now. So I should go so I could eat. I should go eat and then go to the car wash. That's what I should do. That relaxes me washing the car. Let me see. I want you to do a slavery video, including the U.S. and U.K. Huh, that would be interesting. Although it would probably take some time to put something together, but I could definitely do that. I do have some thoughts about that. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I got to start doing some edited videos again. Definitely. That because that is my first love. And maybe you know what, guys, tomorrow maybe I will do an edited video only. I haven't done that for a while, at least 20 minutes long. But maybe I'll do that only tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, unless some big news breaks out. But yeah, that might be something to consider. I miss my edits. I really do. The edits were so much fun to me. Um, it's like I get a chance to like really push the envelope of creativity. Like, did you guys notice in that last video when I got to the part about speaking French that well, anyway, if you haven't seen it, but I just kind of threw that in there just for fun. But I didn't know if anybody kind of picked up what I was putting down, but I just did that for fun. Okay. All right. Thank you. And thank you, moderators. Thank you, one and all. And we're going to ginge avenge. I'm not going to come back and talk. I'm just going to ginge avenge, and then I need to go eat something because I'm starting to get weird. And you know what happens when people get weird, right? That was so funny, though. Look at that. Part man, part Yeti. I don't want Thomas Markle Jr. to see this because if he does, he's going to accuse me of making his father ill again, right? I was over at my dad's house and I was going through, and my God, I saw the Sussex squad, the Royal Sussex. But when I when I when I saw that Bentley, I was like, Thomas? The only thing that's missing is a case of beer, but I swear it looks just like him. Looks just like him. Out of all the silhouettes that I have seen in the past few years, this has got to be my favorite, is Thomas exit the convenience store. I think someone should paint this, like do it in acrylics, right? Make a like what do you call it? A portrait of him exiting the convenience store. Thomas Markle, no, Thomas Markle in oils. Thomas, they should just call it leaving the convenience store, or even the Duke of Rosa. What is it? The Duke of Mexico. Yeah, but oh, I hope Thomas Markle Jr. doesn't see this, because who knows what he'll accuse me of this time. That's bad when somebody goes on their social media and accuse you of being a Yeti. Oh man. But it's just something about that knee dipped in. Oh, it is something about that knee that dipped in like that that really gets me. I love that. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Jackie K. Oh, yeah. And why does Pierce Morgan always has his hands out like he's about to punch somebody? I know he's holding a cup, but he always seems to walk like that. That's weird. Okay. All right. So I think we're good. Oh, we're good. I should go eat. I'm getting weird. And I will it's just that knee turned in really gets me. I love that. I wonder if he saw the camera, or does he always look like that? I'm gonna have to put this on Twitter. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. And yes, that hog head Pierce Morgan, Ginger Avenger, and then we're out of here. Okay. Go, Ginge. I just think it's interesting that I was like looking for pictures of Yetis, and then I saw that one with and I saw that one, and the first thing that came to mind was Thomas Sr. Isn't that funny? I promise you, I swear, I was looking at pictures of Yetis so that I could, make fun of them. And then I came across that one, and I was just like, Thomas? Thomas? Ah. And the next thing I know, I was just like, I did the side by side. I was like, uh-huh, yep, that's him. Woo. Thomas. That same very awkward shape. The shape of things. Oh man, the food truck is leaving. Thomas. Oh, I don't know why I don't just print this out and put it on my desk because if anything brings me this much joy, then it's worth having around. Oh man, why does that tickle me so bad? I don't know. I just uh well, the one on the left is a Yeti. And a Yeti, of course, is that mythical creature, the Yeti, that seems to stalk the forests of the great Northwest. Now, the Yeti sightings have also been known by the Sasquatch, by the Native American tribes that inhabit the great Northwest American continent. And so, years later, who knew that a Yeti would enter the White House? Only to be followed by another Yeti that appeared on Good Morning Britain, only to be followed by another Yeti that appeared on the streets of Rosacita, Mexico. So yes, yet another Yeti sighting. So that is what the creature on the left is. The Yeti, the Bigfoot. Yes, thank you. Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot. It's the mythical creature. Yes, Pam Porter, it's the bent knee thing that gets me. When I saw it, when I saw it, when I saw it, and the first thing, when I saw it, the first thing that came to mind was Thomas Markle. The first thing I thought of was Thomas Markle, and and then I put them side by side. I was like, my God, as Thomas Markle Jr. would say, my God, they look so much alike. So it's just by chance. I'm sure there's no, although I would love to have a little DNA sample from Thomas Markle Jr., a senior, so I can prove that he isn't a Yeti. But so far, all I can say is he may be part Yeti, he may not be part Yeti. I'm not sure. But if I had like a DNA sample that I could send in, maybe we can find out. But yeah, it doesn't take much to tickle my funny bone, but yeah, I did the side by side, and I can see that somewhere down the evolutionary scale that there was once relations between one of the them and the Yetis. So um okay, y'all, we got to stop looking at that because it's not funny no more. Oh man. Ooh. Let me see. You know what, Diane Hawkins? That is a great point. I have never seen the both of them in the same room at the same time. Never. I've never seen them in the same room at the same time. So until we can positively ID the both of them side by side, so far we're just gonna have to go on this visual cue of the awkward posture, the very awkwardly dipped knee, the planting of the foot. Those are the things that we have to use as identifying marker that there may be some connection between the Yeti of the Great Northwest and Thomas Markle Sr. Oh, okay, I got that out my system. Look at the way he's stepping off that curb. Oh, and to the poor people in that little town in Mexico that has to see that sighting at least once a day. Thomas walking in there trying to find some beer or chicken or whatever it is. Those poor people that live in that community that are treated to this sighting at least once a day. Oh, God love them. Yes, they are. You're Black Queen. You're right. They are more. I can't believe we're having this conversation, but you're right. They are more honorable. At least they don't bother people. They stay in the forest and forage whatever it is they eat. They're not showing up on Good Morning Britain or all those other outlets. I have yet to see. Well, not counting Thomas Senior, I have yet to see a Yeti on national television. So. That's all I'll say about that. Uh, yeah, you're right, Lydia. I'm getting weird, ain't I? So, I do need to eat something. But I tell you what, I'll put this on the community tab if you like to go back and visit it and maybe take some notes and come up with theories of your own about the connection between Thomas Markle Sr. and the Yeti of the Great Northwest. I know I'm going to get blamed. I'm going to get blamed if he takes a turn for the worse. So I had better stop. What? Oh no! I love her. I love her. Oh my gosh. I love her. Lieutenant Uhura. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Not Uhura. I love her. Wow, she was amazing. I love Lieutenant Uhura. Yeah. I even got some photos of her that I've saved for a long time. Yeah, I thought she was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And a real trailblazer, I might add. Very much a trailblazer. She and she I believe she was like a special ambassador for NASA. I think she had a job with NASA for a while where she worked as a special ambassador. So yeah, that's sad news. But I know she had been struggling for quite some time. And in spite of how 'cause I know she had a stroke, maybe one or two strokes that had her in really bad shape. But I'm glad to I'm glad to know that she was still like, alert and able to see people and do things. So I just think she wasn't able to speak anymore. But she looked every bit as beautiful as she always has. So okay, you guys, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. We already ginger avenged, and I need to go and eat, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.